Hello, I normally say good evening, but I'm going to say good morning because, like many of my live streams, I will pre record them and then air them. When I was doing the COVID concert series, I would do it all live, and then I started doing my live streams live. And then as I got into it, I figured I would do some of these pre-recorded. Guess I'll get back to the live ones, but I'll say good morning today because it is morning. I just finished a nice little walk run. Haven't been into my fitness lately, and it's okay because I am getting back into it. I've got to make a serious and strong comeback. So watch out. Here I come. Roller coaster starting to go. I don't know if it's up or down in this case, but I'm going to do my best to continue to run my race. Anyway, with that being said, there's something that's been on my mind with everything that's going on that I just want to actually talk about. Whew. The topic is, welcome to SWIM, SWYM. That is the acronym for Say What You Mean. I'm a firm believer in saying exactly what you mean, and not only that, meaning what you say. It's very important. I want to talk about a subject today, and it's abortion. Why are you talking about abortion, dude? Because it's an issue. It's a topic. It's something that's happening, in the media these days, with everything that's going on. We're talking about it. So as a member of society, I just want to throw my part in. I'm sorry about the sweat. I've got a long day today. I've got a gig that popped up yesterday. Thank God. So I'm going to go do that, and I've got an early day. With that being said, I want to talk about abortion. Everybody's talking about it. Everyone has an opinion on it. Everyone has something to say. You're either for it or against it. You're for it with conditions and, the works. I just want to lay something out there that I think is interesting. So I'm going to start out with a topic, which is abortion. And at the end, I want to ask a question, and I think my question is how I'm going to leave. So I'm going to try to be here for less than 15 minutes, starting right now. Abortion. Is it wrong or is it right? Is it good or is it bad? Is it moral or immoral? Is it decent or indecent? You tell me. So let's talk about it. It is the taking of the beginning of life, voluntarily, willingly, intentionally. Can I do that to someone in the street? No, I can't just go abort you. Why? Because there's a law against it. Why? Because the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. Taking of a life, last time I checked, was killing. So you will have those that say, well, it's not a life yet. It's not a person yet. Okay. Well, you can have that opinion, but I say it is. You tell me it's not, show me how it's not. If a full person ends up a full person by the beginning of that, that's who they always were at the beginning of that. Some will even say it was, God knew who you were before you were even formed. So you were a person before you were formed in your mother's womb. So if I can't go out and abort you in the street without going to jail or being arrested, how can I abort you, in the womb? And why does it have to be, a right or a wrong or a privilege or whatever, a right to choose, so to speak? So I'm not going against anyone. So if you think it's your right to choose, then okay, that's fine. If someone doesn't, then they don't. So I'm going to make it clear. I'm not saying I'm taking a side, because let me say this. If I was in a situation where I was facing, having to make that choice, I would want to be able to make that choice if it was good for me. Let's just say if I'm a teenager or a young man and a woman is pregnant by me, would I want to be able to say, go and abort the child, or agree with aborting the child because I can't afford it and I don't want to have the responsibility, or I'm embarrassed or I'm ashamed? Yes, I would want that ability to do that. My question is it right? I would probably even do it. If I was going to get the heat off of me for the embarrassment, the cost, the lack of being prepared, and just knowing that maybe I would just be unfit at that time, yes, I would want that choice, and chances are I would probably take it. My question is it right? Now, let's just say if I was to abort somebody on the street or in the subway or on the corner or wherever, would I want to be able to get off and not go to jail? Of course I would, because I would want to be able to act out of my emotions, my feelings, my circumstances, and going off somebody for whatever reason, maybe rob somebody or commit some kind of fraud, and then get a break because of the law. I didn't mean to get that far. I guess the point I'm making is, at the end of the day, yes, you can have the right to choose. Yes, it is your body that it's actually happening to, but it's not your body in the womb. It's not your body that has been conceived. And I would want someone, just like the law protects my rights on the street, that will punish someone if they harmed me, in some kind of way. I think we owe it to someone who can't protect themselves, like a fetus or an embryo, to protect it and them. So let's just say you get that right. Is it right? That's my question. Now vote on that. Is it the right thing to do? If you had been aborted, you wouldn't be here watching or listening to this right now. So again, I'm not arguing whether it's a right or not, or whether you deserve to be able to make your own choice or not. I'm not saying that. And before I finish, because I am done, I want to say this. And if it's right for you as a woman to make the choice because it's your body and the ultimate effects or the ultimate results are the same, you don't have the responsibility of having the responsibility of the child. Why isn't it not the same for men? Why can't a man have a right to choose? No one has been able to answer that sensibly. I welcome that. So if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about the whole it, not just for the one that it benefits the most. I really do believe that many women look at being pregnant as a job because it brings a source of income. I can make someone be indebted to me for a certain amount of time if I put myself in this situation. Is that all? No. Is it most? I don't know. But I know it's an avenue. Let's just say if I could, create a situation that would bring me increase, by law even, whether I think it's right or wrong, I would probably take that avenue if my back is against the wall. We do some of the weirdest stuff when we're, against the wall. Whether it's right or wrong or not, it happens. And that's why there's others. We are supposed to hold each other accountable, especially if we're not thinking right or straight. So as I try to close, I'm not saying you do or do not have a right. I'm not saying whether it's right or not, in terms of it being, a choice or your body. So what? It's your body. Here's my thing. If I can be punished for aborting someone in the street against law, it's called murder. Why can't I be convicted or dealt with if I do that to another form of life? If I kill a dog, I could go to jail. But you want the right and the choice. And it's okay if you want to have that right, vote for it or do whatever you have to do. It's you. You can go and do it illegally or however is best for you. I'm not judging you for what you decide to do. I'm judging, or not even judging. I'm bringing attention to, what seems logical. So for the record, I'm not for it or against it, but I do recognize that it is inhumane. With that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Feel free to leave your comment because as I say, I don't like to be proven wrong. However, I'd like to hear someone tell me how that is not inhumane. Now, for those who will say, well, what if you were raped? Or what if she's, incest? Or what if there's medical issues? Okay, that is definitely the exception. I would go on record now, if I was a betting man, I would say that greater than 90% of abortions are not because of, medical conditions or situations such as rape or incest or the protection of the mother. I am pretty sure of that. So with that being said, thank you again for listening. Please, I don't want to be proven wrong, but if what I said is indeed wrong, I would welcome the education for me. I want to know how the act itself is not a form of inhumanity. Whether you have a right or not, I'm not contesting that in any way. Maybe you do have a right. Take it. Do what you have to do. But it is a form of inhumanity. So, have a great rest of the day, evening, weekend, night. Take good care of yourself. Find someone you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it. Show it, mean it, and let it be true. Good night or good morning.